Hello and welcome to the couch. Today is our Super Bowl episode. We're celebrating the Super Bowl. We're going to do a little bit of trivia. We're going to do like a little snack draft. And then we're going to be doing our key elements to the game and kind of breaking down how we think the game is going to go. And how you doing, Carson? Today we're joined with my friend Carson. We're going to be having a great day talking about the Super Bowl. I'm excited. How are you feeling?
I'm doing well. I'm pretty excited for it. I mean, maybe not the teams I wanted in it, but I think it'll be a good game though, nonetheless.
Yeah, you were hoping for what? Panthers, Ravens?
I don't know about the Ravens, but
That would
yeah,
be
somebody ideally.
that would be a fun night in your house though, for sure.
It probably end in a bad way for somebody.
Yeah, no, it probably would end in a bad way, but it would be a good time. So, and that's actually we're going to talk about that in a little bit because I have kind of a debate with you because I want to get in some, just let's get into a good mood. Let's start talking about some stuff before we get into the actual game.
Mhm.
So what do you want to start with? We have the trivia, or we can just go straight into kind of this like debate. Did you see this on there?
The debate.
Okay. So here, I'll tell you. It's. I already know how you feel about this because we talked about this last year. But I wanna kind
Oh,
of plan this argument out. Okay, so
all right.
yeah, we'll go ahead and open with this, and then we'll do trivia, and then we'll do um our snack draft, and then we'll get into the main stuff of the show. Um,
Yeah.
but the main debate I have is Super Bowl parties. Are they good or bad? If you're a fan of that team, you're in the Super Bowl. For me, example, I'm an Eagles fan. So last year, I went to a Super Bowl party and watched the game, and it was awesome last year. But 2 years ago, when they played the Chiefs the first time, I went to a Super Bowl party, and that was not very fun. And so, I the question is, if your team's in the Super Bowl, are you going to a Super Bowl party, or are you going to watch it by yourself? And I already know where you're at. So just you can talk, you can talk.
I don't know. I see both sides to it, and so like if you don't have a dog in the fight, like yeah, I mean why not? But when it's your team, it's completely different. Like first of all, I don't want to be there with a lot of other people. I'm gonna be mad if something like straight up. I'm not gonna be happy to and like fun to be around if something bad goes happens. So I probably wouldn't say like a party, but like maybe at most like a couple people there that like actually maybe know football. I don't want someone there that's like has no clue what's going on and they're like, oh my god, look at that commercial. That's pretty good. Like I don't want that. Like I want someone that actually knows what's going on if I'm watching it with like one or two other people.
Okay, and I get that, but I feel like it is a rite of passage for when your team is in the Super Bowl. You have to go to these. And I like Super Bowl parties a lot. I actually think they're a lot of fun. I like planning them and kind of setting up and getting everybody together. But if your team's in it, you have to suffer through everybody being there that doesn't care. You have to like. It's just you don't need to be coddled. You don't need to go watch it by yourself. You got to be out
Yeah,
there, and
I
it
feel
adds
like
to it.
I feel like I can't be a fan to my truest extent and
Oh
like
well,
at the game because like I'm gonna be louder than other people during. I want to be louder than other people during the game if something happens, like good or bad. So
see,
I
and
mean, I
see
feel
that's
like I
never
can't.
stopped.
I'm a big group of people.
And I think that's the thing. That's never stopped. We, when the Eagles played the Chiefs, it was our dorm hall like Super Bowl party, and I was in there with my Jalen Hurts body pillow. I brought jerseys, so anyone that was in there could wear an Eagles jersey. I sat on the opposite side of the room with people who were sitting with the Chiefs. They were rooting for the Chiefs. I said, "Go sit over there." I ran it, and I said, I ran that thing, and I went to my fullest potential. And when they lost, I left and punched the wall. I punched a concrete wall in front of all these people, and went upstairs. That was the extent. And then it's just so rewarding because then 2 years later, I get to watch the Eagles beat the Chiefs like absolute domination in the Super Bowl, and around different people, but still a lot of people. And like I'm just celebrating. I'm jumping them down, doing little dances. Like when they threw the dagger, you would have thought someone was getting murdered in
Oh
my
yeah,
dorm. Like that's what I'm saying. Like it's just so electric watching it with someone. And obviously, if they lose, it's a little bit different. But I think it's a rite of passage. Like I think you have to watch. I think the Super Bowl parties are integral to the Super Bowl.
I don't, I don't know. Maybe I won't have to worry about that for a while, but I just couldn't see myself doing it. I mean, already, I mean, like I watch most of the games with just Jaden there.
Mm.
And so like Jaden's pretty cool. Like he now has like an understanding of what's going on in the games and everything. And if anything, he is probably rooting for the Panthers to win because he probably doesn't want to see me upset. But like I think that like just having a small group is just better like that. But I don't know. What'd you do for the 2017 Super Bowl? Who'd you watch that
So
one?
the 2017 Super Bowl was an oddity because none of my friends watched football at that time. Like I think we were in sixth grade or maybe seventh grade.
I think like
I'm sorry,
eighth
I'm
grade.
3 years old. We were in eighth grade, so I mean we weren't. I don't think we were friends yet necessarily.
Uh,
I was friends with.
No, yeah, it wasn't until like like early high school.
I didn't really get in it. I didn't like my family's not big into football, so they never have done anything. And um, I had just started getting into football. I think the first Super Bowl I watched was Super Bowl 50. Like actually watched, and so then I got super into it. And then 2 years later, the Eagles are in there, and I mean, yeah, I just sat at home and I was literally watching it by myself. And actually, my mom, it was me and my mom watching it. My mom was watching it upstairs in my house. And I remember she was getting mad at me because I was screaming. She was like, "Stop yelling!" And I'm like, "We're the only people here. Like, I don't like. It's fine." And she thought I was gonna have a heart attack because like that game, that's one of the greatest. Super Bowl 52 is one of the greatest Super Bowls of all time.
It was really good.
The best, I mean, the most combined offensive yards in the Super Bowl, right? Because
As far as I'm
Brady threw
concerned,
for
like
like
Brady threw for,
500
like almost 500 yards. Yeah,
and Foles had 360 something and caught a touchdown on like no like it's actually and like some of the throws that he made in that game are absolutely insane. The
they were
one to Corey Clement over like three defenders, it's like what? It's like how does that even happen? But yeah, no,
I don't
that was the first I watched it there. I remember Super Bowl 51. I watched it at Bellacino's, and I remember at halftime leaving because I was like, "Oh, this game sucks."
yeah.
Like we had like finished eating and my mom was like, "Oh, do you want to stay?" And I was like, "No, not really. Like we can leave." And we left. And then I came home and
Oh,
watched it on
Brady
my
guy sucks.
yeah. And then I watched it on my phone and it was crazy. Um, and then Super Bowl 50, where did I watch it? I don't. I think I might have actually been at a Super Bowl party for that one. I think I was. Yeah, I think it was at a Super Bowl party. I don't know who it was with. Probably like one of my mom's friends or something. But yeah, but since I've gotten to college, then the Super Bowl parties have gotten like we've gone every year, and I think it's just
Yeah,
integral. I think it elevates the experience so much. You're there, you're fattened up from the freaking pizzas and snacks, and it's like it just it makes the thing. Like I don't know.
I would say if I had to choose between watching it with like a party or just watching it by myself, I'd probably choose watching it with a group of people.
Yeah,
I think. I
and
just
and I mean you're going to like if you're social by any standards, you're gonna get invited, especially if people know that you're a fan.
yeah.
Like I was inviting people to our Super Bowl party last year. I barely like, not that I'm not friends with them, but like like we're not like tight like that. I'm like, hey, yo, come over, watch the Super Bowl, and so yeah. Anyways, so that's how I want to start the episode. Kind of get that debate out of the way because that's I see so many people that are like, I'm not going to Super Bowl party, and I get it. It's insufferable. Like
Yeah.
if you watch any big sporting event and there's people there that don't necessarily care, which is fine. Like you don't have to
Yeah.
care about it to be there. But when you're a fan rooting for the team, I don't know why. It's like
I think part of it
it's
changes
I don't
too if it's like based on your team's success in the past. So like maybe it's a little different for me because like the Panthers haven't won anything
yeah
like at all.
yeah
Like by 2017, like y'all had won one, and then you obviously just went to two more and won one of them. So like it's still like I bet it's extremely nerve wracking. Like it's not like oh this doesn't mean anything. We already got our ring. It's like nothing. But like I don't know. I
no
just
I
have such a
agree.
hard time.
The stakes are a lot different for sure,
Yeah.
and well, and also a little bit of it is like I don't know if it's just me, but when I'm sitting there watching my team in the Super Bowl, it's like I know this sounds so dumb, but it's like we made it. We're here. We gotta finish. You know what I mean? I'm so like you're so invested at that point. You actually feel like you're doing something by sitting there watching and yelling. Like that's what it feels like.
We did it. We
We
did
did we did it. No, no, but like sitting there watching it, you're actually like at least this is how I feel. Like I'm locked in because I'm like, yo, we're not getting to this game and losing. Like that's not what we're
Yeah,
doing. Like I don't want the 31st pick in the draft. I want 32nd.
never be my team.
Hey, the Panthers on the up and up. Maybe in a few years. We gotta see what that Super Bowl color theory comes out with next year,
Yeah, we'll have to see.
bro. This year you can tell that they're whoever makes the logo is pissed about this color theory thing. They threw it's a rainbow. There's like every single color in there
Yeah,
possible.
they were obviously trying to play into it, and they're like, I have an idea. Let's just put every color. Like, I can't be wrong then.
Yeah, exactly. But, I mean, some of them were stretched anyways, but you know. All right, well let's move on and let's go ahead and get into some trivia. Okay, so we're gonna take turns picking 5 running backs to get a total of 500 rushing yards in the Super Bowl. So it's not like they had to get 500 in the Super Bowl. It's the first player maybe he got 60 yards in the Super Bowl, and then the closest to 500 after 5 players wins. So let's go ahead and do that. You want first pick?
Sure, let's do it.
All right, all right. Who you taking as the 101? 101.
Wait, so it's like you don't get like random teams. It's just like I could pick anybody.
Yeah, you pick like a specific
Oh,
player. You pick a specific player. The only rule is they have to have played in a Super Bowl because you can't get to 5. You can't be like, okay, I know I'm at 400 right now, so I'm gonna go 0. You know what I mean?
so and how many picks do we get?
You get 5. So you'll get one, I'll get one, you get one, I get one.
You have to get closest to
Yeah,
500.
closest to 500, and you can go over, but still, whoever's closer to 500.
Okay. 'Cause I don't know how many how many rushing yards some of these guys got in it. So
I
like I might
know.
just get thrown at like 200 on the first one. Like,
I don't.
uh, I'm gonna go Roger Craig, the first pick.
Roger Craig with the first overall. Okay.
He's like he's all right. He definitely got a good amount.
Okay. Yeah. I I was thinking about this and I was like, okay, I'm gonna go with my first pick, Terrell Davis. I know that he had a good Super Bowl, right?
But yeah, with Elway, yeah, they won. So
Yeah, and so I was like, okay, Terrell Davis, and then I was like, who else? And I don't know because every running back I'm thinking of, I'm like, I don't think they did that well in the Super Bowl.
I just don't want to pick someone that had like too much because like at the end, if you think you already got to 500, then you got to pick someone with like 40 rushing yards in the Super Bowl. It's like, dang.
I mean, they don't have to be the starter. Like,
Yeah.
yeah.
So you can really just go someone if I mean, I guess. I mean, if I wanted to go to like the third string Panther running back, if I already think I'm at 500, then sure I'll throw out like Fozzie Whitaker. But no, next one I think I'm gonna go Larry Zonka. I know he got a bar.
Ooh, okay,
I think he's gonna be
that's
up
a
there. So
good
I think
pick. Okay, okay. I am gonna go with my second pick. I'm gonna go with I can't remember his name. There's like I think it's a running back for Washington that has like the record for like a rookie running back in the Super Bowl. And I can't remember his name.
like they played way back when. Was it
Yeah,
like
like in the 80s.
John Riggins?
It might be him, but I can't. You gave me the name, so I'm not gonna take it. So
I just know he was really good. So he was playing behind that like
I'm
really good offensive line in Washington when
I'm
they
gonna take Devontae Freeman. I know that they didn't run a lot at the end, but I think he probably had like 50 or 60 yards. So I think that's like a solid base. Like as long as I get like a few guys like that, I'm chill.
I think that's pretty solid. That's what I'm gonna do. I think I'm gonna like chill out for this pick because I'm gonna pick a cool Saquon Barkley right here.
Mm, Saquon Barkley. Okay, I like that. I like that. That's what I was gonna take. That was gonna be my next guy.
Off the top of your head, do you even have any? I know he didn't play that well, but is it like I
He
feel
had
like it's like
like
got to be below 60,
I think he had
right?
like
He didn't have any.
70.
Did he? Oh
I think he
shoot,
had like
I was looking
70.
for lower than that.
But 500 is so crazy. Like we're having to average like 100 per each. So like
Okay,
I'm trying to
I'm gonna
think.
go calm on the next one, and then I'm gonna just pull a trigger on the last one. I think I'm gonna just see if you don't take one of the guys I've got.
I'm trying to think. Oh, oh, okay. I'm gonna go Marshawn.
Okay,
Okay, I'm gonna go Marshawn.
I don't know how many he had, but
Well, he's been in a few.
I know.
So I think I have a good chance at one being pretty good.
Is it just two that he played in? Just those back to back?
I think so.
My next one, I'm gonna go Jonathan Stewart. I think he had like a all right game.
All right, then I'm gonna go LeGarrette Blount. Oh no, I already said. I'm gonna go LeGarrette Blount. I don't, because he split with Jay Ajayi, but I think he had some big rushes that game. Like I think he had like 2 or 3 30-yard rushes.
Is that your fourth pick?
Yeah, that's my 4. So you've got one. This is your last guy.
This is my last.
We're about
All
to
right,
be
so I got
so far off. I think 500 was too high of a bar. But we'll see.
actually no. I threw out John Riggins. I'm gonna go John Riggins.
John
first.
Riggins. All right. So who can I take with this last pick? I'm trying to think of some guys in the Super Bowl. Ooh, Frank Gore. But they were down so much, and then they came back. So I feel like they were throwing the ball a lot. So I don't think they were running it that much.
Are you trying to get someone that got like 50 yards?
Like I'm trying to aim for like 100 right now. I think,
okay.
or maybe even more. I'm trying to, like I don't know, 100. Frank Gore with that Super Bowl. I'm trying to think back. I don't know who was this.
You gotta just like think of some dynasties for real, like guys that just went to like 4 Super Bowls.
But like,
like Terrell Davis, 4 Super Bowls.
Well,
I mean,
yeah.
they got.
Oh my gosh, the Cowboys. What is that guy's name? I can't.
Yeah, there's no way you're blanking on
I'm
the leading rusher.
yeah, the leading rusher of all time. Okay, Eddie George, Titans. He was in that Super Bowl, right?
Yeah.
Okay. So that he might be there, but oh my gosh, I'm actually blanking on the leading rusher. There's no way.
This is wild. You're gonna lose all credibility.
I'm gonna lose all credibility. Why can I not think of his name? I remember one of my friends' dads played on the Cowboys and he was a running back. And every time I see this guy, I'm like, oh, that's her dad. And then I'm like, no, it's not. I don't know why. All right, well, should I take Marshall Falk? I feel like that's a pretty good one.
I don't know how he did in the Super Bowls. I can't say I watched him, but
Oh my gosh, what is his name? I have to think of this guy's name.
dude, he'd definitely be like top 2 as well. He definitely has like 300 yards in the Super Bowl.
Oh, I forgot it's like more than one Super Bowl. Okay, wait, I need to rethink what I'm doing. Because oh my gosh, no, I need like a guy who has like none. Because Devontae was in 1, Blunt was in 1, Marshawn was in 2, and Terrell Davis, you said was in 4.
Dude, yeah, Terrell Davis.
That was
I think Elway won like 4 rings.
I thought he was only like in. I thought he only had. I thought he was only in. Oh, but they didn't win them all. I thought he was only in like 3. All right, okay. I'm gonna go Kenneth Gainwell because I think he's been in 2, and like he probably has like 40. I feel like that. Thank God I can't think.
Went over or under, or do you think you got it?
I think I went under. I think I went under for sure. Well,
okay,
what is his name? What is his name?
Emmitt Smith.
Emmitt Smith. Yeah, that's exact. Every time I see Emmitt Smith, I think it's my friend Dory's dad, and then I'm like, there's no relation to that at all, and I cannot. Oh my god. Well, good thing I didn't think of it because I think I would have been way over. So
yeah, Emmitt Smith probably has like over 300 rushing yards.
Yeah,
all the Super Bowls. Like he probably went crazy.
All right, so tell me your team again.
That's a good question. Okay, so I picked Jonathan Stewart. I picked John Riggins.
Wait, hold on. Wait, we gotta go one. Tell me your first guy. It's in the doc if you pull it up.
Roger Craig. And then I picked Larry Zonka, which you spelled wrong. Then Saquon, Jonathan Stewart, and John.
Oh wow. Oh
What?
my gosh. Okay, so.
Did I go over?
Oh my god, yeah,
I picked
you went over.
I went over.
Okay, so Larry Zonka had 297 yards in the Super Bowl.
What the hell?
Rushing.
Oh, bro, and Roger Craig probably had like well over 100. Oh, they like did it themselves almost.
Okay,
actually maybe I picked 2. Actually, maybe.
Okay, so you have 297. So And then John, who's next?
Roger Craig.
Roger Craig had 198.
Holy shit! I'm going over. All right, what the?
He played in 3 Super Bowls.
Yeah, I didn't think he had that many rushing yards. I knew he caught passes too. I didn't think he had that.
Timmy Smith, that was the guy I was thinking about, the rookie.
Okay.
He had 204. He played in 1 Super Bowl. But anyways, Thurman Thomas was another guy who played in 4 that I was like, I think he has too much. But anyways, and then you took John Riggins too. Wait, who was next?
Saquon.
Saquon. Okay. Bro, I looked up Chiefs versus Eagles Super Bowl, and the one where the Chiefs won came up. Like, bro, what are we talking about? What?
Propaganda.
Saquon had 57 rushing yards. Wow. Okay.
I'm already gonna go.
Are you
I know
adding them up on here?
No, I wasn't, but I can.
Yeah. Add 'em up on there.
Wait, did you have them written down somewhere?
No, I'm just reading them off. Saquon had 57. Oh, I can tell you the other guys because
297 was
Larry Zonka.
Zonka had 297.
Roger Craig had 198.
Oh, I'm going so over. All right. Jonathan Stewart is next.
Jonathan Stewart, I gotta look them up. Let me.
Please.
Was that Super Bowl 50?
Yes. He's got to be like 50, bro.
You better hope, bro, because
dude, I'm already going over. I know John Riggins, I think, had more than Roger Craig.
yeah, he did. Box.
I'm going.
Jonathan Stewart had 29. That's actually really good.
I'm already at 581. There's no way.
All right,
yeah, John Riggins is gonna put me over like 700.
All right, I want you to guess how many John Riggins has. He's 5th all time for rushing yards in the Super Bowl.
Oh, sick. Wait, where was Zonka?
Zonka was second. Zonka's second.
Okay, thank goodness.
And then Roger Craig is 8th. You got 3 guys on the top 10. Mahomes is 9, which is crazy.
Who is 9?
Mahomes.
Oh wow, that is actually pretty cool.
John Riggins has 230.
Are you serious, man? What in the world?
So I think I hit this on the.
Hey, I got the most on it. I win. Let's go.
You got the most. All right, Terrell Davis had 259, and he was in 2. Yeah, that's what I thought. He was in 2 because they won both of those. They won back.
I'll add yours. Who had 259?
Terrell Davis had 259. Who was next for me?
Okay. Your next one was Devontae Freeman.
So Super Bowl. Thank God I did not take Emmitt Smith, who is right there with Roger Craig.
Nice.
Devontae Freeman had 75. Oh, shoot.
Pretty good. Okay.
Okay. Then who is next? Marshawn.
Marshawn beast mode.
Marshawn Lynch. Okay, 141.
Right.
That's not good. Because I'm.
You guys had nothing. You already beat me.
No, because LeGarrette Blount was on the Patriots before he was on the Eagles. He went to multiple Super Bowls, which I totally forgot about until at this moment.
Right now, you're at 475. I got over 800. Trust me, you're good.
LeGarrette Blount has 161 rushing yards in the Super Bowl.
Wow,
he was in 3. That's what I'm saying. So it all comes down to it comes down to Kenneth Gainwell. Okay, well that's
okay.
That's okay.
Kenneth Gainwell rushed for 200 yards last year. Then
31 rushing yards. So what did you end with?
I think 811.
811. What did I get?
667.
Oh, No. Ain't no way, bro.
Yeah.
Oh my god. But hey, that was actually okay. Okay, I actually did better than I thought. I would have been really good if I only had that one game from LeGarrette Blount, because I totally forgot he was on the Pats beforehand.
That last game or that last pick, I should not have picked John Riggins. I needed to pick like a nobody with that pick.
Yeah, you picked John Riggins.
That
I was
was
like,
so.
what in the world?
I didn't know he had that much. I
Yeah,
thought
that's
he was like
crazy.
right. Like,
Well, you know what's crazy is Marcus Allen in one game had 191.
geez.
Yeah, I saw that on there too. So, but okay. All right, get my first dub of the day. My first dub of the day. That's what we like to see. All right, and then um, do you want to do our snack draft now, or you want to do that after? I think we do that after. You know what I mean?
Yeah, let's do that.
So let's go ahead and actually move into the real talk of today. Let's go ahead and um, let's get into the key elements and players. So Carson's going to be doing the Seahawks, and I'm going to be doing the Pats. You want to go first? All right. So now we're going to hop into the real part of the podcast where we break it down our expectations for the Super Bowl. We got the Seattle Seahawks versus the New England Patriots. I got the Patriots, so I'm going to be breaking down their key elements and their game plan, while Carson is going to be breaking down the Seahawks side of things. So why don't you go ahead and get started, Carson?
All right, let's go with the Seattle offense first. The number one key that I have for the Seattle offense is to limit turnovers. Do not let Sam Darnold see ghosts. Kenneth Walker hold on to the football. Trust in the defense to give you good field position and mitigate the Patriot offense. You don't have to do too much. This isn't hopefully going to be a shootout. I think that it's going to be relatively low scoring, uh, unless something changes drastically that no one expects. And the next key I have is get JSN involved early. He's the most important piece on the Seattle offense. You want to get him the ball. You want to keep the Patriots honest, which gets into my next point, which is pass on early downs. Kubiak's an aggressive OC, showed that to close out the NFC Championship game. He's not afraid to pass on early downs or late in the game when running situations. And it's just better to keep New England's front seven guessing and not let them get you in bad situations and let Vrabel, get his good blitz packages going.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I mean, you have it right exactly. I mean, Clint Kubiak is so aggressive. I mean, the decision to throw it to Cooper Cup that
Yeah.
sealed that pretty much Rams game is a huge decision. I was almost sure they're
Yeah.
going to run it.
I thought they were just running
Almost
it. He
made
did
no
it
sense to
twice.
throw it.
He passed twice on that last
Yeah,
drive where it's like first or second down. You're like, oh my goodness.
yeah. So, and I totally agree. I think that the aggressiveness from him is going to make it really hard, and that's why I think that some of my defensive keys for the Patriots is like, hey, this game is going to come down to these Patriot linebackers, because you're going to have to capitalize on first down and get them into these third and long situations. And you know, just for the Patriots defense, the Seahawks are first in EPA per play, and second in touchdowns when using play action. These linebackers are going to be stretched across the field all game. They're going to be keeping guessing if they want to go into those gaps or not. It is going to be a very, very hard job for Christian Ellis and Robert Spillane. Like it's going to be a big deal. And so they need to be able to attack the weaker parts of this line and really capitalize on it. Kind of the center and right guard of the Seahawks are like the worst graded guys by PFF standards. So maybe, I mean, I know that's not exact science, but
Their right guard is terrible though. Their
yeah.
right guard.
And maybe trying to get to that side and trying to capitalize on that, force them to go left, force them to kind of go into a box and make the game just a little bit easier for you. And then also another thing that the Seahawks like to do, which they're top 5 in rushes per game, but they're 24th in yards per carry. So they're not very efficient on the ground, and keeping them to do that and make them get into those true drawback scenarios, no play action, that's going to be the key to the game for this New England defense. And I kind of like how we're bouncing off here. If you want to, and then with if you want to talk about the offense, I'm talking about the defense. So how about you get into this Seattle defense? What do you think they're going to try and do to disrupt Drake May and their efficient passing attack?
Yeah. So you made the linebackers a priority for New England. I'm going to make them a priority for Seattle. I mean, Hunter Henry has the most receiving touchdowns on the Patriot offense. They love using the tight ends, especially in the red area. And so it's going to be on Ernest Jones and Wosu and maybe even Eamon Warrior. We'll see with the bum ankle, but we just kind of came up that how much he'll be able to go out in coverage, but they're going to be really big and just having to stop these tight ends. Everyone knows Drake May loves him some tight ends. And then another key is just winning on first down. Just super basic. That's all Seattle's got to do. Just you know get them in unfavorable second and third downs. That's where Mike McDonald thrives. That's where the front four thrives. The front seven thrives. Where he gets in his little weird packages and he just sends these blitzes, slanting the defensive line, and no one knows what's coming. No one can stop it. That's where Seattle's defense is scary when they know you're passing, and that's where they thrive.
Yeah, and this Patriots offense is going to be passing. I mean, that's the
Yeah.
reason that they've been so good this year is how efficient they've been at it. They're second in completion percentage and first in yards per pass. They know that they're going to try and beat you through the air.
Yeah. And they've the Patriot offense haven't showed that they can protect Drake May. He's gotten sacked. What did he get sacked against in the first game that they played against the
I'm
Chargers?
not
Was it
sure.
four?
It was like the most he had
He
all
got sacked.
season. It was like
He got
7
sacked
times.
at least 3 times, I think, in each of their last 3 games. They've not been able to protect him. Will Campbell's been a liability. So that's going to be a really big emphasis, I think, is Seattle's attacking their offensive line with their pass rush.
Yeah, and I totally agree. I mean, I'm writing down in my notes for the Patriots. I'm saying, hey, Will Campbell struggled a lot since that injury. He was great. He was spectacular to start the year, and then ever since he got hurt and came back, he's really struggled. I think teams have found a way to kind of get around and kind of work at him instead of work away from him. And look, I think that the Patriots got to get into these heavier sets. You already mentioned Hunter Henry. They love using him, and he's honestly great against zone coverage, which Seattle runs at the fourth most in the league. And I think that getting him involved early is going to be the key to keeping this game in their hands. And you know, I think that Hunter Henry is going to be actually have a pretty good, a pretty big role in this game. I know that I think he's projected like 32 yards, for over under, and I think that's just because it's going to be such a defensive game. But
I was a
really,
betting man.
yeah, I think that they're really going to have to, take advantage of that because of how good. I mean, this whole Seattle defense is. I don't
All
know.
three levels,
I
they're just phenomenal.
and none of these Patriots receivers are really going to be able to make a difference in that. And so,
Yeah.
and my final point is it's going to rely a lot on Drake May. I mean, Drake May is going to have to play like he was during the regular season. He's had a real rough playoff, start, and I think that he's going to have to take it to the next step to really drive past the Seahawks defense, who's been number one in pretty much every category. I'm doing research and I'm looking at the team ranks for passing, EPA per play, and it's like they're not. I think they're top 10 in every single defensive category that I looked at, and it's ridiculous.
Yeah.
And a lot of times
They're
they're
just so
top
good.
five. It's
Yeah.
yeah, it's ridiculous. And so, you know, it would be awesome to see Drake May win a Super Bowl, but it's going to be real tough. And another thing is limiting turnovers. Drake May had like 5 turnovers in the last game. I don't know if they. I think he had like 2 fumbles that he recovered or somebody else that weren't like recovered by the defense, but he's been putting the ball on the ground a lot or into the other
Yes.
team's hand, and they're really gonna have to take care of that. And especially with Ramondre too. Now this season he's been a lot better, but historically Ramondre has had issues holding onto the ball, and they're going to have to be able to secure this football because this game is going to come down to a few possessions. Just if you look at it, it's a league wide trend. Possessions have gone down every single year for the last like 5 years. So you have to make each possession count more and more. And this New England attack is really going to have to step up for sure. Yeah.
I agree.
Do you have anything else you want to kind of say about the game? If not, I got some questions that we can kind of start talking about.
I think we covered all the main points.
Okay. So I think there's a lot of talk, especially when saying when talking about the Seahawks. This game is going to ride on Sam Darnold. Pretty much every game they had in the playoffs, people are saying, hey, this game is going to ride on Sam Darnold. Can Sam Darnold
Yep.
make the throws? Can Sam Darnold, can you force turnovers from Sam Darnold? And while forcing turnovers is a common thing that defenses want to do you think that the narrative for Sam Darnold has kind of changed with how he's played throughout this playoffs? Because you think about last year, he was an MVP candidate for a lot of the year, and then he had that rough stretch of games at the end of the year. The Vikings kind of fell apart, and everyone was like, "Oh, he's a bum." And now he's on the Seahawks. They're the number one seed. They're in the Super Bowl, and people are like, "Yo, Sam Darnold's really good." And it's like, I don't really think that much has changed. I mean, I get being skeptical. I was skeptical to begin the season about how Sam Darnold was going to transition over here, but then they did a great job. Gray Zabel has been amazing for them, and they've done a great job getting some other pieces on the line. But
Mm.
how do you think Sam Darnold's going to approach this game, and how uh do you think that he's up for the task? Do you think he's shown enough to be considered, a threat to this amazing Seattle offense?
I do think that he's shown enough. I mean, everyone still had those questions leading up to 2 weeks ago when they were hosting the Rams, a 5 seed, when they were the 1 seed in the NFC Championship game, and he had his best game of the year and maybe the best game of his career so far in that game. I mean, throwing over 300 yards, didn't put the ball on the ground, didn't turn it over at all. He was efficient. He played an amazing game, and I mean, right there, I mean, dueled with Matthew Stafford, who's most likely the MVP of the league.
Well, we'll find
Um,
out tonight.
we will find out very soon. So I think he's definitely up for the challenge. I don't think you should really try and change your approach if you're Sam Darnold. I mean, but I do think that the way that this game is with both sides of the ball, how they are, I don't think he has to do nearly as much against the Patriots as he did against the Rams and their high powered offense. I don't think he's going to be asked to, put up 30 plus points in today's game. I think there's going to be a lot bigger emphasis on just, you know, throwing the ball away, don't put the ball in harm's way, and just be efficient. Take your check downs and just, you know, don't don't make any stupid decisions like he did with the Jets.
Yeah, no, I definitely agree. Hopefully, like you mentioned it earlier, but you don't want to have a scene ghost the game from Sam Darnold, and it seems like that's the narrative of how the Patriots are going to win. Like they need Sam Darnold to essentially hand them the win, and
Yeah.
I actually think that the Patriots do have a better chance than a lot of people think. I think that this isn't a given game, but I think that it's lopsided. It pretty. I mean, the Seahawks definitely have a pretty big favorite to win this game, but I think that this,
Coaching matters.
yeah,
Mike McDonald, as good of a coach as he is, he's a hell of a coach. Vrabel's been around. He's won it as a player multiple times. He's seen deep playoff runs as a coach as well. He knows what it takes to build good football teams, and he showed that. I mean, they had 4 wins last season, and they hire him, and all of a sudden they're in the Super Bowl. That's not a coincidence. That's good coaching. He has these guys playing really well, especially on the defense side.
yeah, and I really think that he has done such a great job, and he'll probably win some sort of award tonight with the NFL honors going on. But
Oh yeah.
I you know, it will be an uphill battle for the Patriots. But one thing that they kind of got, something to fall their way, Nick Emanwari, they said that he's going to be able to play after an ankle injury today. But how can you talk to me about how important he is to this defense and how he's changed this defense from being pretty good last year to amazing this year? I mean, partially it's a lot of these guys, but Nick Emanwari has been one of these guys who's a front runner for defensive rookie of the year. He's just come out and he's looked amazing. So can you talk to me a little bit about how he changes this defense and what he brings?
Yeah. So I mean, it's in a lot of ways it's similar to what McDonald did in Baltimore. What he liked with that 2023 Ravens defense when they were, one of the best defenses of all time if you look at EPA per play allowed. I mean, they were up there with the rest of these teams, and when you look at stats like that, all the other teams around that 2023 Ravens team, they all won Super Bowls because of how good their defense was. And McDonald has done it again this year with Seattle. He has one of those top 5 EPA per plays allowed in NFL history in a season. And a big part of that is using like a little chess piece, like Eamon is this season. He used it with Kyle Hamilton in 23, where he moves him around. He can play back in coverage really well. He's really fast. He's lengthy, so he can run with these receivers, but also he can put them in the box. And he has such great instincts that he can play the run, fill the gaps, and play that like or like a linebacker. So he can sit back in the nickel and cover, or you can plug him in the box like a linebacker, and he plays just as well as a guy 50 pounds heavier than. So that's why that's such a big deal with him. So it'll be really interesting to see, his mobility with the ankle. Maybe they'll be putting him in the box more instead, not really letting him out in open space as much. Uh, but it's just such a big thing that McDonald has used in all of his stops so far.
Yeah. And I think that was kind of the description he got coming out of college, right? I mean, he killed the combine. He was this athletic freak, and I think that this is the guy that Mike McDonald wanted going into the draft because he knew that he could use him anywhere. And I
For
think
sure.
that's why he was such a valuable asset. Even though he is a safety, he probably fell farther than he should have with a lot of the good safeties, like Malachi Starks too. I think that he fell a little bit too far compared to last year, just because of the positional value.
Yeah.
Um,
There's been such a diminishing positional value, like you said, and so I think that'll change in the upcoming years. Seeing just like what these teams are going to do, I think teams are going to try and copy some of what McDonald and the Seahawks do on defense. Just playing a lot outside of their base defense. A lot of nickel and everything, and so just putting in another DB. I mean, Eamon Wari is he's the guy that you want. That's who you want.
yeah.
You want a Hamilton or a Nick Eamon.
Well, and you kind of think about the Rams and how much they were using like 13 personnel, and they were just trotting that stuff out, even not on like rushing downs. Like it would be third and long. They were bringing out 13 personnel because they know that their guys are athletic enough, and that was part of the thing that you watched for in the NFC Championship. You say, hey, look, the Rams are going out there in these weird packages on weird downs. How are the Seahawks going to match it? And the Seahawks really don't care about the down in the distance. They just
That,
put the guys they want out there, kind of playing it like it's Madden. Like that's how I play Madden. I play nickel every time because I want that extra DB on there, and that's
I find it so fascinating with the Seahawks defense because I mean, McDonald has been doing this. Like someone comes out and, like you said, 13 personnel. The Rams started using that heavy when Puka went down early in the season, and they used it like over 50% in that first game. I think they played against the Jaguars, and it's like McVay was like, "Oh, I kind of like this. I kind of like what this does," and he just kept doing it. I mean, they were just really efficient with it, and so that was just really interesting to see in uh, both the matchups toward the end of the season kind of how Seattle would go against that because all season long they see 12, 13 personnel sets and they're like, we're not coming out of nickel. We want our guys how they are. Like we're gonna keep two safeties high, like run the ball at us.
yeah,
Like
and
please,
it's
they
exactly
stop it. Like
it's
it's so
exactly
tight end.
what you said. You said like Nick Eamon he comes down from being the safety and then just turns into a linebacker because of his strength and athletic ability, and like that's
Yeah.
why that's so important.
Just has
And
great instincts. Yeah.
yeah, and I think that that's another reason why Philadelphia Eagles Zach Vaughn is so good because he's great and he's like actually great in coverage. He can kind of do anything, and I think that's why he was such a versatile tool last year. And now you're seeing it this year with Nick Manwari, different position, but kind of fulfilling those same, somewhat of a same role. And so I really like what the Seahawks defense has, and that I like this look against the Patriots. But let's be a little bit more hopeful about the Patriots. What are the bright spots? I know we talked about the key elements, but what are some of the bright spots for this Patriots team? We've kind of talked about how they lack a lot of receiver depth, like outstanding receivers. They don't really have any top 15 running backs. So why is this New England team good? Like we're kind of just pooping on them. We're kind of just, we just yeah, and so like let's talk about why they're actually good. Yes, they had an easy schedule, but this team is good. They have, like you said, they have a great coach, and I think that another valuable thing is having, um, like just a great coaching staff all around.
Mhm.
And I think that Drake May is going to be able to come out there, and he's playing well with these receivers. And I think that he is the bright spot because with the lack of weapons, he's still able to go out there and be able to be efficient. I think that is the motto for this New England Patriots team is efficiency.
Definitely. I think the biggest thing that New England has going for them is just experience all across the board. They've got the maturity and the coaching staff and in the players. Each side of the ball you look at, or I mean, obviously Vrabel, like I mentioned, Josh McDaniels. How many
Yeah.
Super Bowls has he coached
Well,
through? Is the OC?
and that's what I was gonna say was like he's been there for so long, not there, but he's been a offensive coordinator for so long that experience doubles down with Mike Vrabel. They essentially have two head coaches. I mean,
Yeah,
and he's going to be there, and that's why it's so valuable. I mean, he's going to be there next year too.
Yeah. And then, I mean, if you want to point out a side of the ball, I definitely say it's their defense. I mean, and as a team as a whole, the way they built the roster was just like picking a bunch of free agents around, and they all have experience. I mean, everyone they went and got, they have experience in big games. I mean, they just got Milton Williams, probably their biggest offseason addition, just won a Super Bowl with the Eagles. They have Stephon Diggs, who's been around forever on offense. And then they go out and grab a few other just veteran players as well. They get Carlton Davis, they get
Harold's
Robert Spillane,
Harold
uh,
Landry.
Harold Landry. They just get all these guys that have played around, so they know what it's like to be in these kind of games. So I think that's the biggest thing that New England has going for them. But other than that, you have the better quarterback. To put it simply, you
Yeah.
have the better quarterback on your team. Drake May is an MVP candidate for a reason. I don't think he should win the MVP, but I don't think that he's outside of the top two for it. I think he's definitely second by a wide margin for that award, and it's for a reason. He's really good. He's beyond efficient, and he just doesn't make mistakes. That's really it. I mean, obviously, as of late, he's been putting the ball down in the playoffs, but that might be contributed more to the protection. He's getting put on the ground a lot, so that might be part of it. Which we already touched on that, but better quarterback and their defense just plays extremely well together. Obviously, Seattle does too, but I think that's what New England kind of is looking for to get an advantage.
And now I will say another advantage that they have is they just played another top five defense in the league last week, or not last week,
Yeah,
but in the last game. And now I know
good.
that they went against Jared Stidham, but they were able to win that game and survive plus conditions. And and I think that shows that they can go up against a great defense and really put up a fight. Like I know the Seahawks defense is like absolutely nasty. This Seahawks defense is so good that in fantasy this year, I traded for them. I traded for a defense because they were playing so well. And I know that doesn't translate to the field, but that's how much success they were having scoring the ball. And so
Yeah,
it's I know
I
it's
mean,
a little bit different than that Broncos defense, but they were still able to survive in that game.
to, to that point, I mean, the other teams that they beat, the Chargers are a top 10 defense. The Texans were arguably the best defense.
Yeah.
They played two probably top three defenses in the NFL. Rank them how you want them. And here's another top three one that they're going to have to play. A lot of people would say that this one is the best, but they've seen what good defenses do, and I'm sure that they've learned from their last two games where it probably didn't go how they wanted them to with the turnovers and everything. I really think that Mike Vrabel can probably him and Josh McDaniels they can get a good game plan
Yeah.
going for fix that.
Well, I was talking to somebody and they were like, "Man, the Patriots." They were like, "I don't want the Patriots to be the Super Bowl because they've had the worst playoff games. Like all the other playoff games are like super high scoring and like fun to watch, and then you go to the Patriots game and it's just like it's 3-6 and the Patriots are driving. You know what I mean?" I was like, but it speaks to this Patriots defense has stood up, has stepped up to every single team they've played. Their offense has been backed into a corner each game, and their defense has come to bail them out. And so, while we talk a lot about the Seahawks defense, how great it is, don't sleep on this Patriots defense for sure.
It's just like they never left. Like when Brady was there, it was always just like, oh my gosh, of course they win in that fashion. It's just that again. They're just, oh yeah, they do win that. It's so boring. No one wants to, and it's just say what you want, but they get it done.
Yeah,
So yeah,
yeah. So I think we've kind of wrapped up everything, but there's one player who we haven't talked about that makes no sense. Do you know who it is?
and
Gonzo. Gonzo.
oh yeah,
An
yeah,
X factor on the defense. I know we were just talking about the defense, but we haven't even mentioned his name. I mean, having him match up against JSN, that's going to be
that'll
huge.
be really fun.
And
That'll be fun.
that might be the matchup of the game saying, hey, look, if you have Gonzo shadowing him, it's going to really come down to that, to making sure Jason stays in check and doesn't make those big plays. And while I think it's going to be hard to guard JSN, like it's not going to be easy, but it's going to
Yeah,
be a battle for the ages for sure there.
yeah, and it's easier said than done. This, like you said, like shadowing him like that, but I'm sure that uh, Clint Kubiak is well aware of what the Patriots would like to do because obviously they would love Christian Gonzalez to be lined up on JSN every single snap.
Yeah.
But I mean, we saw it last time the Seahawks played. They're putting JSN in the backfield. They're moving them all across the field. They know how to get them in favorable situations.
Yeah, and so um, going off your point a little bit, we were just talking about Josh McDaniels. I just got a notification. Ian Rappaport just said that Josh McDaniels is the AP Assistant Coach of the Year. He won the award. So
Okay.
you know, and that's kind of the advantage that they have. I mean, Mike McDaniel might win Coach of the Year. So before we get,
Mhm.
it's probably between him and Vrabel, to be honest. So they should just
I
wait.
think uh,
They should just wait
I
till
saw
after the Super Bowl.
I watched a video with Derek and David Carr talking about like all their award guesses, and Derek actually had a pretty interesting choice for Coach of the Year. And I'll give you one guess as to who he picked, which it makes sense.
Did the team make
that
the
they-
playoffs?
Yes.
Okay, the team made the playoffs. I'm assuming that his Coach of the Year is gonna be someone that he thought was like the team was buns, and then they made the playoffs. And I'm trying to think. Would he say Ben Johnson?
No.
No.
He said Kyle Shanahan,
That was gonna be my other guess because of all the
which
injuries.
I'm like, I kind of get that. And so I wanted your opinion on that of like, do you think that it should go more in that direction, or they should at least think about it more like that? Or should it just go to, oh, Patriots won 4 games last year, now they're in the Super Bowl? That's pretty hard to pick against.
Well, I
But
will.
I mean, all the injuries that San Francisco had and still competed for the 1 seed until, what, the second or the last week of the season, second to last week of the season?
I want to say I do think that Shanahan should be looked at for the award.
Yeah.
But when you look at Vrabel's success, you just said, oh, they won 4 games last year, now they're in the Super Bowl. This is his first year with the team, and
Yeah, that's
he's
what I'm
completely
saying.
changed it. Like that's like it's so insane. Like I don't disagree with his assessment. Like yeah, the 49ers had so many
I
injuries.
think you should be a finalist. I still think Vrabel should win it
Yeah,
for sure.
I
He did such a good
first
job.
year with the team, and this kind of change this rapidly is almost unheard of. I mean,
Yeah.
it's crazy. So I would give it to Rabel for that reason. But I mean, Shanahan should definitely be a finalist. I actually don't know the finalists for the Coach of the Year. Um,
Wasn't
but
I don't think Shanahan was one of the five.
I'm not sure. But yeah, but like we're talking about the Patriots side, we're talking about award winners coming into this year, like or potential award winners right now. So that's kind of their big schematic advantage is in that coaching
Mhm.
room. But let's see. Let's see what else we got. Do you got anything else you want to kind of talk about the Super Bowl? I think we kind of covered all of my points. I want to talk about the Pats. So let's go ahead and get into our predictions, right?
Mhm.
Um, we have the same guys. We both think the Seahawks are going to win, right?
We do.
And I think that the Seahawks are going to win because, like you said earlier, I think this might be the best defense that the Patriots have played. And while they've been able to survive, I also think that this is the best offense they're going to have played this whole playoff run, maybe all year. This might be the best offense they played all year. Maybe not, no, because they played the Bills twice, but you know what I mean. And so this is a top 5 offense they played all year. This is the top 5 defense that they played all year. I just this defense is suffocating. It's so great, and this Patriots defense is so great. I think it's going to come down to a few plays, and I just like the playmakers more on the Seattle side.
Mhm.
Um,
What's the final score?
Final score, I got 20-18 Seahawks. I think it's going to be really close.
Oh,
I think that we mentioned how aggressive Clint Kubiak is. I think that this game will come down to the last possession. The Patriots will be driving, and this defense is going to take over.
mhm.
What about you? What is your final score?
Yeah, I've got Seahawks winning, all the same reasons. You got I have it 24-13. I have it a little more, you know, leaning towards the Seahawks. I just think their defense is just going to be suffocating.
And,
I
and,
think that their offense is going to just do enough, and that'll be enough to win the
and
game.
it's just suffocating. And then we didn't even talk about their special teams. Their special teams is wonderful. And I know that's
And
not something that you bring
they're
up.
the two best special teams in the league,
Yeah,
actually. I mean,
that is true.
Marcus Jones for the Patriots, he's electric.
Yeah,
He returned one against Carolina early in the season. He's returned some really great kicks. He's
and
both seasons really good.
that's a good point. But I still think the Seahawks have a better special teams. And
Probably.
yeah, and so like
I think their kicker is definitely better than Borgales or
yeah,
whatever his name is.
Jason Myers might be the best kicker in the league. That might be a hot take, but he might be the best kicker in the league. He's like automatic. If it, like still from 50 plus, he's like automatic. He may not hit those long ones, but he does not miss. I don't think I've ever seen him miss.
If you Fitzgerald would like a word.
Um, so, but then come down Super Bowl MVP. Who do you think is gonna win it?
Uh, I wanted to be a little bit different, not say like, go with the quarterback. So I put Kenneth Walker. I think he's going to be involved in not only the run game but the pass game a lot. I think, maybe he'll have a screen pass and get a pretty big gain on it. Maybe that can make a big difference. And so, I could easily see him getting two, maybe three touchdowns even. I mean, I think if they get really close that they can really lean on him, and he played really well in the NFC Championship game too. They could not stop him, the Rams, pretty early in that game, and it was the run and the pass for him. So I think I could definitely see him having another big game. So that's my Super Bowl MVP.
And I totally agree. I mean, he was just you could tell the effort he was giving in the NFC Championship, and he was kind of the guy I was flirting with, kind of picking for my MVP because I don't think that Sam Darnold will win it. I think it's gonna be hard. Like I think it'll be. Excuse me, pause. But I think I think that it's gonna be difficult for anybody to win the MVP on offense that isn't a quarterback. But I do think that JSN is gonna win it for me. And the only reason I say that is because I think there's going to be one or two breakaway plays, and he's going to deliver. And I think that's going to help seal the game, and I think that he's going to win it. I was also flirting with some of their defensive players, but I just couldn't pick which one. I couldn't pick which one. I was like,
I could totally see like so many things happen. I mean, we saw like what two or three times, like a strip fumble, and Demarcus Lawrence just takes it to the house,
I was
or like
literally thinking,
Shaheed punt return,
yeah,
or like I mean, all this stuff. I could see so many people like making some crazy play. Obviously, Eamon Warrior was all over the field. Reek Witherspoon, they've or Reek Woolen, and then Devin Witherspoon. They have so many guys that it could be
yeah.
on both sides that just make plays.
I Demarcus Lawrence was the guy that first went into my head because he had that game where he had two touchdowns earlier in the
Yeah,
year, and I was like, man, like I really want to pick him, but I don't know. I feel like that's too much of a reach. But if he does win, I called it, and I'm right.
yeah. Well, should have put the money on it. You'd
Yeah,
make
I should have.
you'd win
Yeah, I still
something if
got
that.
time. I still got time. I still got time. But yeah, I think that I'm leaning towards more JSN just because I think there will be some big plays. I don't like I said I don't think it'll be super offensive. So I think that like as long as there's big plays, like Sam Darnold's stats won't look better than some of the other guys on offense. Actually, never mind.
I get
Scrap
it.
all that.
You wanna be safe. You want to be basic.
George Halani, Super Bowl MVP.
I'm actually gonna go Jake Bobo for Super Bowl MVP. He's gonna put up a buck 50 and two
Bro,
touchdowns.
Bro, imagine if Cooper Cup. Imagine what that would do for Cooper Cup's Hall of Fame case. Having two Super Bowl MVPs on two different teams and being the Triple Crown winner.
That'd be kind of crazy. What like non quarterback has won multiple Super Bowl MVPs? That'd
I
be a
don't
good
know.
trivia question.
I don't know, but I like that. I just thought of that, and I was like, that would be insane if he got it. But
It would be.
um, but yeah, I think that's all we got. Oh, actually, no, we got our snack draft. Yeah, so we'll close it out with this snack draft. You got anything else you want to say about the big game?
I think we touch base on everything.
Yeah, I think so too. So let's go ahead and do our snack draft. Do you want first pick? We'll do like a snake. Do you want to do three
I'll
picks or
give
five?
you. Let's do three. I haven't thought about it too much. I'm gonna go straight off the
Okay,
dome
no,
for
let's do
this.
four. Let's do
Food
four.
only.
Let's do four
Four.
because I think three is too short.
Okay.
Four, we can make the snake go all the way around. You know what I mean?
Four, and you start.
And
I
I
think.
start.
And is it
Okay.
food only? Let's just get the criteria out the way. It's like food only that we're doing.
No, no, food and drinks.
Okay.
Okay,
How specific do we have to be with the
like,
drinks?
not super. Like I was thinking about soda being one of mine. Like you
Okay.
know what I mean? Like you could pick like
Okay.
beer or soda or like
Yeah.
tea or something like that. Anyway, so
All right. Let's.
with my number one pick, I can't believe you handed me the number one pick, but I think that the number two pick is pretty solid too. I'm gonna go ahead and take wings. I mean, obviously, it's a staple.
Okay.
It's a staple.
I was gonna say. I think there's like a top two definitive
Yeah.
answers.
And
All right.
we better be
That
agreeing. So it's your pick.
that's
You get two in
gonna
a row.
that's gonna leave me with pizza
Yeah. Yep.
uh, for the second pick.
Yep. Me and Eli had this
And
discussion earlier. We were like, man, like pizza's a darn good number two.
it's it it's just steady, man. It's consistent.
It.
Old Faithful
I
just get it delivered.
I had this argument. I said I think it's easier to share. You
I
now
I think
wings are individual, so you can have like you could
yeah.
share them that way. But the pizza, it's like oh, you can order a few pizzas. Everybody has a few slices. Wings, it's
Exactly.
like, everybody's gonna have 6. No one's gonna have like 2 wings. You know what I mean?
Yeah. The pizza's a dynasty, man. It's
I
just
know,
it's that's
but
been the number one guy. But wings, I get it. Wings,
you
I
have to go number one. You have to go number one wings. It would be a
if I was between those two,
th-
if for my first pick.
honestly. I wanted second pick. I wanted second pick so I could take pizza, and then I would get the next pick. But you got the next pick, so go ahead.
I'm kind of torn on the second pick. Do I go with the like a dynamic food combo, or do you go immediately with the drinks? I kind of want to wait on the drink almost.
Mm.
I don't know what else I'd even put for the food. So part of me does just kind of want to go get it out the way. I'm gonna go on beer for the second.
Oh, okay. See,
I'm gonna get that out the way.
I was hoping you'd take that one because I have not been 21 for a Super Bowl. So
Oh,
you know what I mean? So I have not
okay.
experienced that. So
That's
I was like, okay, so I have the advantage because I know more snacks and drinks because I have not been able to have beer.
yeah.
So you fell right into my trap. So with my
Well,
next
I mean, I'm cool with taking that because I've had a Super Bowl where I've been 21 and it's very nice. Uh, have some beverages legally.
yeah. Um
That it just fits so well.
see, this might be controversial. This might be controversial. Okay. But with my
Okay.
next pick, no, no, no. I'm gonna save that one. I'm gonna save that one. You already took the drink, but you're not gonna take another drink, so I'm okay with that. I'm gonna go. I'm gonna go breadsticks. I'm gonna go breadsticks or like, you know what I mean. I think that's a great number two, and I get
Hmm.
to steal your pick a little bit, and I get another one. I get another pick.
Yeah.
So breadsticks, and then what's gonna be my three? I think I want to leave it up to you for this one. I want to leave it up to you for this one. So I'm gonna go. Oh, but I need a drink. Shoot. Okay, I'm gonna go mini corn dogs.
Okay.
Yeah, you know what I'm talking about? Like they're
I can
wrapped in
see
the
that.
little in the dough, and you got like it's like the pigs in the blanket.
Yeah.
That's a good pick. That's a great pick.
I'm a little torn on this. What, I get to pick back to back now?
Yeah, you got back to back now, and then I'll have last pick.
All right. Uh,
I might not go. I might not have a drink. We might just all be parched.
dude, I don't know what to do there. I have like
I mean,
two
you
that are
you
like
have in you have immediately like pizza and beer. That's pretty much all you need. But like,
I know I have like two that are pretty similar where like I think that like either one would put me over the edge, but I don't want to pick both of them because they're similar, kind of. Uh, so I'm just gonna pick one of those. I'm gonna just go, dude.
come on, bro.
I think what's probably a little bit better. I'm gonna do like some nachos. We're gonna do
Ooh,
nachos.
that's a good pick.
So that in there, and then last pick,
Oh, I know what you were debating. I know what you were debating. I'm so glad you didn't take it.
just because I'm not gonna pick it. What did you think I was gonna say?
I thought you were gonna say chips and salsa.
I mean, it was close. I was gonna say, and maybe I will pick it now, but like I was gonna say like a buffalo chicken dip. I was gonna say that.
Oh,
'Cause
that's true.
I'm gonna put that for my fourth pick, I think. But I just thought they
Nachos
were
and
similar.
buffalo chicken dip.
That's what I'm saying, bro. But they're so good. They just go well together. So
Bro,
I
you
mean,
have the menu of carbs and more carbs, bro. You got
uh, it's the Super Bowl. Who the hell
Yeah,
cares?
I mean that is true. That is true. All right, so with my last pick, this might be a little bit of a shocker. I'm not gonna take chips and salsa,
Okay.
which honestly I should have taken that instead of breadsticks, but I forgot. I the breadsticks like appeared in my mind. I was like, yeah, that would work. So I got wings, breadsticks, pigs and blankets. We're gonna be parched, and I'm gonna go the veggie tray. This is an
Ooh.
underrated.
I like that pick a lot, actually.
That this is so underrated because you're eating unhealthy all day, and then you eat like 3 things of broccoli covered in ranch, and you're like, "Yep, I'm
I'm
back
chill.
on. I'm chilling. I'm chilling. I all my nutrition for the day. You know what I mean? Like,
It's like you just like went and like ran a mile after, like eating like 3 carrots and 2 things of broccoli
yeah,
and
yeah,
veggie tray. So like that's a go-to like in between eating stuff or like their first stop. Honestly, that's like
yeah.
the first thing that
It's
I'll probably have.
it's light. It keeps you in the game, and it's nice. It's an
I like that.
underrated staple because it's always there. You're never like,
That's a
oh,
fucking
you're never like, yes, the veggie tray, but you will be like, oh, veggie tray. I'll snag a few. Everyone's gonna have some of the veggie tray.
Yeah,
And
everyone's pleasantly surprised by the veggie
yeah,
tray.
and it'll pair nice with the wings because it'll be ranch with the wings, and you'll have like celery, so you get that combo going.
That should have been my fourth pick. That
Don't get me
fundamental
started.
I like that. That's good.
You got me. What is that? What is the meme? It's like, you got me. You got me heavy or something like that. I don't know what it is.
What are you talking about?
I don't remember what it is. I don't remember. But yeah, so hey, let us know what you think about the food draft. Let us know what you think about the food draft. I think I killed it. I think I beat you just a little bit.
I think I had a better draft. I think it would have been a perfect one if I picked. I completely forgot about the veggie tray. I should have done that instead of the buffalo chicken dip at the end.
That's why I was hoping you wouldn't take the veggie tray. I was hoping I was hoping you'd fall.
It slipped my mind completely. I should have taken. I'm disappointed in myself. I would have had such a perfect lineup if I picked that last. And
But see, now I got the all around killer. But we
I
will
don't
be
know.
we will be thirsty.
Everyone's gonna be dying of thirst at your Super Bowl party.
Nah, you get water. Yeah, come on.
And the wings are like so personal. It's like hard to share the wings. So
No, and
everyone's upset. Everyone hates the Super Bowl party. Everyone's having a bad time and they're leaving early. So
no, I will say, if I went to a Super Bowl party and the only drink they had was water, I probably would leave. I'm not kidding. Like that.
yeah,
That would be enough to be like, what? Like, what do you mean the only drink is water?
yeah, like my party, everyone's gonna be fat, drunk, and happy. So no one's leaving. Everyone's staying till the end.
Breadsticks was such a miss. Breadsticks was such a miss. This is why we should have done 5. This is why we should have done 5.
You should have picked Four Loko at the 3.
We're all having 4 locos.
everyone gets one Four Loko at the start.
That's a fire idea.
Touchdown, get a Four Loko.
Bro, I would have been lying dead on the floor in 2017. What was it, like 42 to 30?
Every first down, yeah.
Oh my god. Oh. All right, well, you got anything else? Whoa, we should talk about Super Bowl halftime. What are our thoughts on Super Bowl halftime?
Which one?
That's the best response. That's the best response. I'm actually hyped. I'm hyped. I'm about to be.
Good to see how it goes.
I'm about to be twerking at halftime.
I don't think I've ever listened to a Bad Bunny song, so I have no clue what to.
You definitely have. You definitely have. I know that. Like, I don't know any names, but like he's so popular.
I'd probably I'd probably hear one and be like, I recognize that melody from somewhere, but
yeah,
I'd already know. You're thinking of the Overwatch guy.
Actually, I wasn't thinking that, but that's funnier. That's funnier. I was thinking like the Baby No Money, like, did I really just forget that melody? And I was gonna say it, and I was like, nah, it's too cringe. But now you forced it out of me. Pause.
Yeah.
All right. Well, yeah, I think that's pretty much it. We're putting our whole bank balance on our Super Bowl pick, right? To win.
Yep.
Okay.
Marcus Lawrence MVP.
Okay, yeah, we're putting our whole bank accounts on that. Yeah, but and then yeah, well, I think we're pretty much good. I'm gonna be rocking with my veggie tray. Yeah. Oh, we're also doing Super Bowl bingo at ours, which I don't know how many people do that, but I think it's a really great idea. I think more Super Bowl parties should do that. Like, I just went online, had like a bingo maker, and it literally has like, I just put in stuff in there and it randomizes it, and then like it's like you have to like subscribe to print them off, but you could just do it on your phone, and then you have like the caller sheet, and it's so easy.
Yeah.
So, but anyways, we're gonna talk about that, but I don't really want to get into all that. But yeah, thank you guys for watching. Check out the new series that I'm gonna be doing on on the YouTube. We're doing Your Team Sucks. We're gonna go ahead and start planning off seasons. We had the first episodes up with the Cleveland Browns. We're gonna do the Tennessee Titans next. Already doing a lot of research for that. It's getting pretty interesting. But check those videos out. Leave a like. Follow on TikTok, Instagram. Subscribe. All that mumbo jumbo. Thank you for listening, and we'll see you guys next week. This podcast is produced by Student Media. Student Media is a student organization at the University of Evansville. Student Media produces the Crescent magazine, published online and in print 3 times a semester. Student Media produces several podcasts and utilizes design, photography, video, and sound towards experimental and academic learning in journalistic endeavors and engaging storytelling. Student Media elevates the voice of the student body and connects the campus and community to important information and points of view.